You've got the gallbladder 26 point right on top of the hip structure. You have the liver 13 right on the tip of that first floating rib that goes back to front. One hand up from that, right in the middle of the rib structure, right from the armpit to the base of the top of the hip. You go dead center, and center, front to back, there's a point called spleen 21. Spleen 21 has to be struck directly into the body cavity. The trick of this is striking straight in. You still have to get a knuckle between those two ribs, okay, and pinch the nerve against the bone. So you got to give a slight bit of a rotation on that strike, okay? So when I strike in and tighten up, I'm going to strike. If I strike flat, it's annoying, okay, because this is a very sensitive area. But there was no body dysfunction. It just made him mad. I saw his face, okay? When you strike in, a little bit of a twist, and you're going to start to see that you get a lot more body dynamics. Okay? And you can start to see also that it's still affecting the person's diaphragm. He's going to have trouble breathing. If they're in a fight and they can't breathe and they're wheezing, how easy is it after that point? Okay? So, going up from the spleen 21, we had the gallbladder 26, liver 13, spleen 21. If you go up another 4 fingers, you have a point called gallbladder 22. This is an extremely sensitive spot. With the higher up you go into the body cavity that the body naturally tries to protect, okay, the more sensitive and more vulnerable the nerves. Less exposure to outside stimulus. All the way through life, your arms are rubbing back and forth on your body. These get a little bit more able to take it. But these points that don't feel that rubbing, that don't get that action, are a lot more sensitive. Okay? This point, again, you had the gallbladder 26, the liver 13. You have one hand up, you have the spleen 21. One hand up from that, you got the gallbladder 22. Gallbladder 22 should be struck down and in at a 45-degree angle. Okay? Again, if I strike straight in, and let's turn this way, and I'll do this light enough so I don't cause damage on this side. Okay? If I strike straight in, his body size, his body mass, his muscle structure, his bone structure can take that. If I sneak the knuckle in there, you're going to start to see that there's a lot more dysfunction, and that really hurts. Okay? He had a little difficulty breathing, but not much because I really didn't lay into him. Like I said before, this is a weaker side. I just wanted to show for the camera the better angle. Okay? Again, don't mess around with this side when you're practicing. You see what you can affect with this. If we're in a situation where he's grabbing, it'll be easy just to pop right in there. Okay? Or even just to move the person just with fingertip pressure. Okay? Now, if I'm trying to wrestle this guy and try to move him to the side, okay, and he resists, there's just no way, okay? But if I touch him here and I get him to resist, how easy is it now to finish off the technique?